Last night protest, tonight paying respects to Freddie Gray. His death after a controversial arrest is still sending shockwaves through Baltimore and the nation. WJZ is live tonight. Marcus Washington joins us from downtown Baltimore. Marcus?
Well, Jessica, yes, we're down here in downtown Baltimore, a far cry from what we all saw last night as a peaceful protest turned into looting and violence. WJZ has continuing coverage of the looting and protest, as well as the controversial death of Freddie Gray that sparked it all. Rick Ritter went to the wake today of Freddie Gray with a huge turnout of people. But we start with Derek Valcourt, who has a message tonight from city leaders. Derek?
Relatively calm and quiet in Baltimore tonight, and that is due in large part because Freddie Gray's family asked that there not be any protest today and again tomorrow out of respect for his funeral. But some in the city are calling the violent turn to those protests an embarrassment to the city, the mayor calling it unacceptable.
Sky Eye Chopper 13 over the scene as a small number of the hundreds of protesters unleash a flurry of destruction in the downtown area Saturday night, jumping on cars and breaking windshields, throwing burning trash cans.
He's gonna hurl at police, there we go!
Violence even erupted near Camden Yards as the protesters began throwing things at bystanders. They smashed through storefronts and looted some businesses. Officers had things thrown at them and some were spit at. Freddie Gray's sister joined with city leaders calling for peace.
Can y'all please stop the violence? Freddie Gray would not want this.
Police responded with volume. Hundreds of officers flooded the streets. They formed lines to push protesters back. Police say they arrested 35 people in all, 4 of them juveniles, 6 of their own officers injured.
Rioting, violence, and looting will not be tolerated in our city.
Tonight, the mayor joined with community and religious leaders to denounce the destructive turn to the otherwise peaceful protests.
The violence that we're seeing and such disrespect of people and property is a distraction to the work that needs to happen to heal our city.
Though almost all of the arrestees were from Baltimore, the mayor blamed some outsiders for inciting the violence.
Many of the people who weren't from our community were, in essence, trying to hijack the very raw emotions of some of those who live in Baltimore.
She said she was proud of the police department for exercising restraint under tough circumstances.
Meanwhile, the police investigation into Freddie Gray's death continues. Police have vowed to turn over all of their investigative findings to the office of the city state's attorney by this upcoming Friday. It'll then be up to the city state's attorney to decide what, if any, charges the officers involved could face. Meantime, we have no idea when she will make that announcement. We're live. Derek Valcourt, WJZ Eyewitness News.